What is up, everybody? Today we are talking about the Toyota Prius, which is set to debut November 16th. In this video, we're just going to be going over the teasers and also what we can expect from this vehicle before it debuts. So in the first picture Toyota released, there's two pictures. The first was just showing like the LED design, which looks similar to one of the SUV Toyota Crowns that Toyota debuted earlier this year. And that was one of my favorite versions of the Crown, so taking that design element is definitely a good thing. The second image, I wasn't sure what it was at first, then I turned my phone and I saw that it was just the C pillar from the vehicle. There's not really too much to take away here. However, Toyota did drop a second teaser yesterday as I record this video, and one which shows the front of the vehicle, which has the LED design I was talking about, and I think the hood and the silhouette from the front looks pretty good in my opinion. It's definitely going to be a major improvement over this current generation Prius. And we also got an image of the overall silhouette and profile of this vehicle, and that just looks like a sleeker 4th generation Toyota Avalon. And I'll put some images up, so hopefully you understand what I mean when I say that. There were some renderings from this vehicle release from Best Car Web, and as we can see from these renderings, it's not that much of a looker, but that's to be expected because it's a Prius, and the Prius exterior is designed for drag, the lowest drag coefficients, rather than style. That being said, based on these Spyshots, it actually looks pretty decent in real life. These wheels stuck out to me because first they look a little bit bigger than what you would expect on a Prius. They look about like 19 inches here. And really not too much is standing out from the design. But I do like the light bar in the rear that we are seeing on these renderings, and also the spy shots and whatnot that we're seeing here. The rumored size of the Prius is going to be pretty similar to the old one. 181 inches in length, 70 inches in width, and 57 inches in height, and a 106-inch wheelbase. The wheelbase is going to be the same as the old one. The length is up 1. The height is down 1 inch. So overall it's going to be pretty similar to the outgoing model. Performance-wise, it's going to be on the TNGA C platform, adapted from the current model. Rumors have stated that the Prius is going to keep its current 1.8-liter engine, so I'm thinking it'll just use the same setup as the Corolla Hybrid, and as we know, the Corolla Hybrid also shared its previous engine with the Prius. So that's going to be the 1.8-liter engine on the Acticon cycle, and it's going to use 2 motors through a planetary gear type setup, and it's also going to use a lithium-ion battery pack. So the output is going to be up a little bit, so it's going to be 134 horsepower and 156 pound-feet of torque. Fuel economy on the Corolla was dropped a little bit, but from the rumors I'm hearing, it's supposed to be up for the Prius, so maybe they might make some changes to the powertrain, or maybe it's the drag that's helping out this vehicle. And I'm sure Toyota can shoot for like 60 mpg in the city. I'm also fairly certain that Toyota is going to offer the all-wheel drive model, similar to the previous model Prius, and as we see here, is also offered on the Corolla. And how it works is basically a small motor in the rear, delivering about like 7 horsepower to the rear wheels. So it's not going to be a powerful all-wheel drive, but technically it is all-wheel drive, and it will deliver some traction when you need it, and maybe help with some understeer during cornering. And if you also remember, there is a Prius Prime as well, which is a plug-in hybrid model. The rumors is that this is going to use a 2-liter engine, and what we know from the base Corolla, this makes 169 horsepower by itself, just the 2-liter engine. Then it'll be paired to a lithium-ion battery. The goal is to have about 100 kilometers or about 62 miles of electric-only range, which is actually pretty awesome. Most plug-in hybrids are about 40, 50, so this is good. And we know that the Corolla Cross is going to make 194 horsepower with its 2-liter hybrid setup. We can assume they'll have bigger batteries because you'll need to charge it because it's a plug-in hybrid, so that it can run by itself in electric-only range. So I predict about 210 horsepower, which is astronomical for a Prius. Who knows? They could even go crazy and give this thing 250 horsepower. Like the last generation Prime, I expect the fuel economy to be kind of similar to the base Prius, but if they do go with over 200 horsepower, is probably going to drop it by a bit. Rumors say that this will debut in early 2023, unlike the base hybrid, which is going to debut the 16th, as we said before. Going into the interior expectations, we know that the Corolla hybrid has been given more upscale trims than before, so I expect that the Prius to differentiate a little bit. We'll get some more upscale market interior specs and features here. I wouldn't be surprised if this new interior design is somewhat of a cross between a BZ4X and something like the Crown, which means that the Prius for once will actually look like a normal car interior-wise than ever before. This article from someone who actually has driven the Prius says, quotes, "The interior seems to be quite similar to the Crown, and it could be said that the shift area, meter design, display, audio are exactly the same than the current one," end quote. For seating materials, I expect cloth standard, then maybe like a cloth Softex combination, then full Softex. And upper trims, there might be black and gray colors of the interior. This one Japanese publication states that there may even be a red option for this interior. And I do love the red on the Camry, so it would be interesting to see that here. I wouldn't be surprised if they use recycled materials throughout, because that's what automakers do when they're making more fuel-efficient cars. I expect a standard digital gauge cluster with an 8-inch screen standard, full 12.3-inch being available somewhere in the lineup. Other features, according to the Japanese publication, are drive recorder, which is pretty awesome. Just having a built-in dash cam recording is probably a game changer. Digital key, don't really care for that. Panoramic moonroof, that's a pretty big feature. Hopefully this one opens like the Camry. The Crowns doesn't. Panoramic view monitor, meaning 360 camera. So that's basically all that we can expect from the new Toyota Prius. I'm actually pretty excited for this one, even though the Prius is considered a boring vehicle. But that's pretty much it for me. Tell me what you think down below in the comments down below, and I will respond and read comments. And I'll see you guys in the next one.